Politics is a very interesting game. And just like I keep on saying on this channel, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Yesterday, a list of new officials of the United Democratic Alliance Party emerged online. And then later on, the United Democratic Alliance Party disowned the list. Nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Who released that list to the public or to the media? And what objective was it supposed to achieve? And did it achieve that particular objective? In this video today, I want to give you the details about that particular list. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. I love you so much. Now let us get back to the main issue. There is nothing as difficult as managing a political party. In this country of ours called Kenya, the only party currently which has actually tried conducting a party election is ODM party. But they've never completed it. But at least you can claim that they conducted party elections up to some level. When Jubilee Party was formed, they promised Kenyans that they were going to conduct elections, I think, was it within 3 months or 6 months? Up to now, Raphael Toyo is still the interim Secretary General. David Murathe is still the interim Vice Chairperson. They could not dare conduct party elections. So when the United Democratic Alliance Party of Kenya, UDA, was formed, they promised Kenyans that they were going to do things differently and that they were going to be transparent and conduct a free, fair, and credible elections. But that has not happened up to now. And yesterday, a list emerged. And what was that list supposed to achieve? And why was it leaked in the first place? Eliud Owalo, I actually read it from, initially, I got the notification from Eliud Owalo, his Facebook. This is what Eliud Owalo posted. I am grateful to the UDA party for granting me the opportunity to serve as the National Deputy Secretary General, responsible for the functional mandate of strategy and policy. Now that was Eliud Owalo celebrating the appointment. Eliud Owalo, when it comes to UDA or in Kenyan politics, is not just an ordinary Kenyan. Eliud Owalo at one point served as a very close advisor to Raila Odinga. He headed Raila Odinga's campaigns in 2017. In 2013. Later on, I'm just looking for the letter, the UDA party, through the Secretary General, Veronica Maina, issued another statement, and this was the statement regarding media reports on the officials of UDA. Our attention has been drawn to a media reporting appearing at page 6 of the Daily Nation, today 6th October 2021, purporting to list names of persons allegedly officials of United Democratic Alliance Party. The party wishes to confirm that the list is not an accurate reflection of the actual representation of the party officials. Veronica Maina. You see, they are not denying that the list is true, but they are claiming that it's not the actual reflection. So the question I asked myself at that point, is there a chance that Eliud Owalo could be appointed without him being knowing? Or could Eliud Owalo just go ahead and share a news article without being informed that you've been appointed? I could not understand. But let us look at politics, the way politics is played. That letter, that particular list must have originated from the United Democratic Alliance Party. Maybe it did not achieve the objective it was intended to achieve, and that's why it was withdrawn. The questions, we must ask ourselves 3 questions about this letter. Number 1, was it a decoy? Is there a chance that someone just wanted to play with the games or with the minds of UDA supporters so that they could understand their thinking and their feeling before releasing the official list? Is there a chance that the list was just a decoy? There's another list of officials, but this one was just meant to test the waters. Maybe. The second question, who is responsible for this list? My theories could be 2. Basically 1, that there's a faction within, there could be 2 factions within the UDA. But there's a faction which released this letter. This thing we did, for example, for those who followed the ODM when we were still very actively involved in ODM party. And ODM was conducting elections. And we had realized that because we were pushing for a gentleman called Bob Njagi to be the deputy organizing secretary or organizing secretary. And then, because we didn't have money, then at some point, they came up with the Suleiman Dori's name, Joho's cousin, to take over that role. So we were being shortchanged. And then we just manipulated, we managed to maneuver our ways and managed to share a list with the media houses, actually the Standard, I think, that time. And that news, the next day there was election, and the list we produced, including the names of our faction, were actually on the front page. And that's what caused the chaos at Kasarani when Isaac Mwaura was protesting, for those who remember. Because his name was there, but he was being shortchanged somewhere. So is there a chance that a faction within the UDA shared this list deliberately so that they're not shortchanged? Number 3, the third question is simple. Could it have been propaganda? Maybe state-sponsored propaganda to portray UDA in a bad light because the list has been rejected. Those are the 3 theories I have about that particular list. But why do you think the UDA party then decided to officially disown the list? In my view, they disowned the list because of 5 reasons. Number 1, key people were missing from that list. Key people. If you look at the officials who are there, number 1, Central Kenya, no senior official from Central Kenya. Alice Wahome, Ndindi Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, Rigathi Gachagua, none of them. Their names were missing. You look at key names, key figures. Where was Boni Alwale? His name was not there. Hassan Omar, my friend, was the Secretary General of Wiper. Again, Hassan Omar, his name was missing. Ben Washali, missing. Key names were actually missing from this particular list. And maybe some of those guys protested. And because they protested, in fact, even the Muslims were missing there. So maybe they protested, and that's why the list was actually withdrawn. Otherwise, if the list was well balanced, I don't think it would have been withdrawn. Or they would have issued another statement. They would have just ignored it as part of propaganda. So that's number 1. Names of key officials were missing, and these guys protested. Number 2, I think the list also exposed William Ruto's preference for Kalenjins. Checkmate. When they were releasing this list, they never figured out how Kenyans were going to take it. Remember, William Ruto is accused that when he formed government with President Uhuru Kenyatta, his side, he appointed Kalenjins. Let me just show you what I'm trying to say. If you look at the list which was shared yesterday, in this list, there is Secretary General Ndwati Maina, Veronica, deputized by Eliud Owalo, Aluo, then deputized again by Daniel Sigei. So they have two deputy secretary general. So there's a challenge in there, just to checkmate Owalo and Veronica. Then you go back and then you come to chairperson. There is Johnston Muthama. Then deputy chairperson is former cabinet secretary, former cabinet minister Ruto Kirwa. And then there's another deputy, Seth Panyako. Actually, the deputy chairmen are 3. But there is Kipruto Arap Kirwa, another Kalenjin checkmating the chairman. Then you go to the treasurer. National treasurer is James Omingo Magara. I don't know how this is possible because of Omingo Magara. I don't know whether he's still the owner of PDP, but there is Omingo Magara as the national treasurer. Then he's deputized by former Teso South MP Mary Emasi. And then another one is Daniel Rotich. So the treasurer also has a Kalenjin. So the chairman has a Kalenjin, the secretary general has a Kalenjin, the treasurer has another Kalenjin, just to checkmate. Then you come to the national organizing secretary. Again here, you find Charles Chibai. Then you find Jamuri Guyo Words. So basically here, also checkmate. So no, those are the officials. The rest are secretaries, different secretaries, secretary for environment, secretary for trade, secretary for information moving forward. So Kenya started questioning why the DP would prefer Kalenjins to checkmate key officials of the party. Maybe that's why they withdrew that particular list. Number 3 is the regional balance. It was missing. Coastal region, where the DP intends to really get the support from. Coastal region was not well represented here. You look at the Muslim community, not well represented. Even the Kikuyus were not well represented in this party, yet they want to convince those regions that the party is theirs. So I tend to think that because there was no clear regional balance, then they decided that the best thing, let us withdraw this list, sit down again, come up with another list, then probably which will be agreeable to all. Number 4 is the hustler narrative, the impact. William Ruto has always maintained that they'll form a government for the hustlers. Mama Mboga, the government they'll form Mama Mboga, Mkokoteni, watu wa Mkokoteni, you know, the ordinary Kenyan. But now it's a list of official office party, none is represented. And that was going to be a fodder for the opponents. They were going to use it badly against the DP. So in my view, I think because there was no representation of the hustler nation, they were not going to have that credibility to talk about hustler, because Kenyans have been asking, how will you form a government with the hustlers or for the hustlers? Now officials coming up, no hustlers there. So it means Kenyans are going to question his seriousness with the issues of the hustlers. And lastly, I think the list was withdrawn as a strategy to avert any further fallout. I don't see a situation where Boni Alwale was going to take it lightly, that he has been ignored. He's been overlooked, and it's not an official of the UDA. Maybe to the people down there, they felt that maybe upgrading Boni Alwale and leaving out Washele and the group would be counterproductive, but Boni Alwale, in my view, cannot allow that. What about Hassan Omar or even the people of the coastal region, Aisha Juma, the way they've struggled with the UDA? Then you tell them that nobody, seriously, from the coastal region, they were not going to allow. So I think the idea of issuing that statement, in my view, was to avert any further fallout, because that fallout was going to be bad, especially during this time when the DP had actually started losing the ground of the country and is trying to work hard again to regain the grip of the country. I don't know what to think, But that's my take. And for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Thank you, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.